Okay, here. Let's see, we are the Backyard Carpenters.
Baby boomers can do.
We're back in our backyard, and we're attempting to put up a fence across here because we don't want our guests, now that we got all kind of new patio stuff that they can sit in, we don't want the guests falling off this wall. So what we did is we bought online the whole kit, and I'll be honest with you, we're kind of experimenting a little bit because of the directions don't tell exactly everything. Like one thing is, all right, this is a masonry bit. All right, this is a masonry bit that I'm using, and we're going to be installing tap cons. We're going to do 4 of them. So we did go online to find out how deep, and so they all said that you got to go deeper than the top, or it will bottom off and snap the head of the tap con. This is a tap con. So this is a hammer drill. I did like that the guy said with your chuck key, make sure you go all the way around, chuck key, and tighten this thing down. So this is a corded hammer drill. It has 2 settings, all right, and I'm putting it on hammer, all right. So to keep from making a big old giant mess, Jane is actually going to be running a vacuum cleaner. Now we're getting ready to install our first, what they call mounting plate, and go from there. So we're doing this from a perspective that we never done this before. All the other videos that we've been watching is obviously people have done this before. We have not. Here we go.
But you know, we're going to have to put the mounting plate and this on and screw them on at the same time, aren't we?
Yeah. Right. Well, I don't know. I did not, as long as I was messing around with the chuck key on the hammer drill, I did not have plugged up the power. Now I do. All right. Now, what these hammer drills do is they go round and back and forth. So I've already used my plate to mark out where the holes are supposed to go. We've already chopped. We've already done a chalk line to show us where our 3 inches from the edge is. So here we go. Right off the bat, I'm going to go get us a pair of hearing protection because this is loud. So that's our first one. All right, so I can't dry fit this, the tap con yet. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to put some concrete adhesive in the hole to help hold the tap cons. All right, so I got to go get hearing protection. All right, one helpful hit that one of the guys told us, or person told us, is to make sure and tighten this down real tight, which I did not, and it slipped down. So I got to continue to this little black line that I have right here. That worked a lot better. Now I just got to do 3 more holes. That previous bit we had on the hammer drill here kept sliding back down, so we weren't going deep enough. Again, everything we read, everything we heard said that you got to make sure that you drill deeper than the tap con, okay? So the tap con won't bottom out, stop spinning, and snap the head off, all right, of this. So this has a mounting plate and the actual fence. Now what we got to do now with the actual post, fence post, is we're actually gonna shim it out. Believe it or not, it was a little. Oh, sorry about that. Talking to Jay. All right, this first thing is called a mounting plate. I question the mounting plate, but she's now going to grab the post, and we're going to bring it around and line it up.
We need to put.
All right, we're going to line it up. All right, so we're just dry fitting right now, and these are the shims that come with it. So we're now going to put our level to make sure it's plumb two sides. Actually, cut! I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is a post leveler plumber, and that way you can do both sides at the same time instead of holding just something like this up against it. That way you're not having to try to hold this and do the post. Now, I'm going to lower it back down a little bit so y'all can see the shims. Again, this is just all dry fitting, and then we'll turn around and bite the bullet, as they call it, and actually start putting the Tapcons in. We are going to put some adhesive down in the hole. It's concrete, designed for concrete adhesive. So I'm putting in my little shim. It says it is plumb that away, and I got a shim like this. Alright, and it's plumb that away. So with this, alright, let me raise it back up. Alright, with that wonderful thing, and I recommend anybody who's got to deal with posts to get one of these. It's also part over here, but I need to be able to see it. But I got my shims in, which I'll be able to snap off with a utility knife. And so now I'm going to convert over to a bit to be able to drill these in. So we'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm not going to be talking very much. This is actually designed for concrete. You know, it's a concrete silicone filler and sealer, and it's also an excellent adhesive. All right, so we'll take all that back off and put this down the hole, put our shims back in place, and then we'll actually start tightening down the Tapcons with. We're actually haven't put a washer on them. I've got my screw gun set up with an adapter that can handle that socket head, which is a 5/16, to be able to screw these Tapcons down. Right. Am I going? Well, I may be in the way, but anyway. Alright, now I gotta put my plate back. Alright, put my plate back. Alright, now we're gonna put the post back. Now we're gonna put the post back. Alright, this time we're gonna turn around so you can see the post level that we're using. Maybe not. Let me raise her up just a little bit. There you go. Now, so now you can see that, you know, we're about to put these little shims in right here, okay, and that leveled off. That leveled off this way. Now I'm going to do from the back, all right, and level off that way. All right, so, all right, I'm making sure that I'm lining up, and here we go. We have washers that we're using that, you know, because these Tapcon heads are a little too small and they'll go straight through. So, big moment of truth. Okay, what we learned the hard way is you definitely got to drill these Tapcons deep. You know, the drill bit they're using to do the hole has got to go a lot deeper than the Tapcon. If not, what happens is you snap the heads off of the Tapcon. So then we had to turn around and drill a hole right beside the previous hole to be able to do the Tapcon, trying to keep this as plumb as possible. Now the next thing is James had a lot of fun trying to figure out how to put a section of the fence together, and she's now putting the parts on so we can see where to drill the holes, right? And then we'll show you how, you know, then the reason we're putting this together is I got to know where the next post is going. So that's what we're doing next. All right, Jane, after studying the instructions very carefully, realizing now we're gonna have to get a little mat paint. But anyway, it's once you put these together, then you got to step on that and pull up to get them to snap in place. All right, so there's a little plastic clip, but you have to pull them up. All right, so now there's a template. All right, there's a template. Let's see if I can focus in. All right, there's a template that shows you the height, and then you got this that says bottom, okay, and then it says top. All right, and this is how you screw them in. All right, so now I just used an 1/8 of an inch bit, and the negative thing is these are square heads. All right, these are square heads. So luckily I've got a square head bit. All right, so I'm getting ready, and they are self-tapping. When you see that, type in as self-tapping.
What does that mean?
That they tap themselves.
I know that really makes you understand because I sure don't.
So anyway, here we
The
go.
directions are very difficult.
I'm not tightening all the way yet. I want to make sure that I still got it at level. All right, so now I'm doing the next one. All right, and we're using our torpedo level. And unfortunately, the bit's coming off the bit holder. In many ways, we're not professional, but I'm telling you, this particular project is not for your typical homeowner that doesn't have a bunch of tools in place, because this has been interesting. The directions are, now that's your bottom foot.
I'm trying to figure out where it goes.
Right in the middle, like this.
Oh, in the middle.
Yeah. Okay, again, I'll emphasize that this is not for somebody that doesn't have a lot of tools. So, anyway, so we got this section up. This went a lot smoother than the original there. We are using a concrete adhesive to help lock the boat down, but this is very, very stable. So if you have guests that lean up against it, which we're going to ask them not to. But anyway, so I'm about to put this cap on right here. All right. There you go. So this section, this part is done. And this has been interesting. We actually built this section and then put in place to show us where the next post was going to go. So that's the next thing we're getting ready to do. All right, here comes the fun part. We got to make sure that this next matches this, and it did come with a template. And this is the template, okay, that you put right here, all right, to put in place. All right, and then you got your top and your bottom. All right, this is your top, that's your bottom. See, they're just a little bit different, all right? So we got the pilot, the hose, all right, and they also give you this, all right, which is your top and bottom, okay? And I'm looking for the other template. Okay.
There's one behind you. The paper one's behind you.
Now I need a plastic one, because I boogered that one up. Oh, there it is. All right. So each box came with this. All right. This is your little template for where you do your top and your bottom. Again, this is top, this is bottom. All right, here we go. So we hold the template in place. All right. Like so. Making sure it's straight. And then all right. I just, okay. Okay, right there. All right, you got her? Mm-hmm. And Actually, it said it called for an 1/8 of an inch bit, but I went to the 7/16, I think. But anyway. All right, now I'm going to put my torpedo level on top of it, just to make sure that I'm about to drill. All right, this has got to go up slightly. All right, there you go. All right, then I got to do the bottom. All right. Now it says bottom. Right. Oh. My mistake. This is actually the top. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I think it'll hide it. I didn't realize that. Oh, don't need to slide.
Don't go down in the...
No, don't go down in there.
I can't see it. Is that what it needs to be?
Yeah. Okay, I got to have the top back.
Oh.
Slide the white paper. There you go. Okay. What happened is I put the white template wrong side, and now I got to re-drill my holes. All right, let's see how bad I am. Ooh, side by side. Oh gosh.
Put a little glue.
A little bit of glue. All right, now we got to do the bottom. And we're trying to keep it. Yeah, get the paper in the middle. All right. I know you can't see the paper from that angle. All right, now, ready? All right, we're piling our 4 holes again. Because I didn't have this tight enough, it came out.
Yeah.
What I'm going to use is a locking, clamping, whatever that thing is. This thing. I'm going to use this thing to clamp to it and loosen it off. Alright, this.
Ugh.
Okay, this is
We did it!
we did it. Let me straighten this out a little bit. There you go. Alright, now, if we had to rate this thing on difficulty, I would put it about number 8, really. And unless you have got a bunch of tools like square head bits and a set of metal cutting drill bits, and you got to also have like concrete adhesive. You got to have a rubber handle. You got to have all kind of stuff that I don't think a lot of people are going to have at the house. So I'd say it's about an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
8 out of 10.
The second and the third panels went much easier
Yeah.
once we figured out the first panel.
Yeah,
which was
the
extremely
instructions.
difficult.
Yeah, the instructions were kind of hard to understand.
But it's done, and when we get
Yeah.
the furniture in place,
Right.
we'll show it to you. It looks great.
All right,
Now we don't
so-
have to worry about people falling off our upper patio.
All right, so that's going to be it for right now. We'll show one final thing when all the furniture in place. We got a lot of cleaning up, and it's getting dark. So we are the Backyard Carpenters.
Baby boomers can do.
You can find us on YouTube under that name, Baby Boomers. Backyard Carpenter, Baby Boomers Can Do.
He's a little tired.
Yeah, I'm a little tired. We're on YouTube. If you like it, please say we liked it. You got any comments, any questions, and subscribe. So anyway, until we do the final little thing with all the furniture in place, we'll see y'all. All right, we're gonna have to talk loud though. Hey. Okay. Ooh. Alright, this is the setup, and as soon as we do our last little talk, then I'll take the camera off and go around and let you see everything. But again, for the average homeowner, I don't think you're going to have certain tools like the square head bits, all kind of screw guns. I don't think you'll have a hammer drill. I don't think most homeowners have a hammer drill like you had to have to be able to drill on the concrete. So there's a lot of things that I don't think that, because we're the Backyard Carpenters, Baby Boomers can do, and I've been collecting tools for 40 years, we have them, but I don't think the average. So just our wonderful TV, outdoor TV, Jane has made a cover for it to protect it. And then we're going to have to, tonight it's going to get real low, so we're going to drag plants in. But
It now feels like a little room out here. With the fencing up, I feel safe for the couch. If it gets scooted back, nobody's going to fall off the patio, or the person that sits next to the railing at the table will feel comfortable and safe. And it just looks wonderful. It's much better than I anticipated, and it's just really great. It added a lot to our patio, and we spend so much time out here. We eat breakfast, lunch, supper out here. A lot of people don't spend a lot of time outdoors, especially eating, but we're out here as much as we possibly can be. So it'll be very well used.
so we're known as the Backyard Carpenters.
Baby boomers can do.
We're on YouTube. Anyway, I'm going to take the camera off now and give you just a tour of what we got.
Be sure to go downstairs too when we look up.
There you go, sweetheart. This is our patio area. That is the cover that Jane made for the TV. That's my favorite grilling place. Like she said, we eat a lot of meals out here. Now we have an outdoor TV. Technically it's not, but we're going with that cover it's protected. We also bring a lot of plants out here. And then this is our 2-type couches. That baby right there, whoa, I can take a really good nap. All right, and then this is what our new railing looks like, new fencing, whatever you want to call it. It's very sturdy. Used to in the past, I used to say I built for 2 types of people, little kids and drunks, because they're the most destructive. So I feel like that will hold anybody's weight if they just happen to bump into it. So this is what the patio looks like with all the new stuff that we've been put in it. And like we recently said, this is Christmas, Valentine's, birthdays, 4th of July. So Anyway, that's what it looks like. We're so glad that you have joined us on this. And again, we're the Backyard Carpenter Baby Boomers Can Do. We are on YouTube. If you see us, like us, and subscribe, ask any questions.